not in there. All right, we're at episode 9, baby. I'm gonna send that straight to your dad.
That would be funny as fuck, actually.
Wait, are we live?
Yeah, we've been live since I
Oh,
said I was beating Mike off.
Yep.
Mike is your dad, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be my dad. It doesn't have to be incest, guys. It could just be
Silver
like,
Dragon Gaming Mike. There you go. That makes
no,
sense.
it
That
doesn't
Mike.
have to be Mike DeBoard either. It could be a Mike off the corner, okay? Street corner
Secret,
Mike.
secretly, when Jonah was inside his mom, his dad was hitting it. He was jerking him off in there.
Shitting it.
He was like,
Here,
"Good
Mike.
job, Dad."
Anyways, welcome to episode 9 of Pitch
Jesus.
Floating. This beautiful Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys. I got the Monday blues. You?
Today,
Every Monday, I feel like you're a little sad, Jacob. I'm gonna personally drive over on Mondays from now on,
Not
just
true.
to reach my hand down your pants and make you have a little bit better of a day.
Not true.
Every Monday.
Today, Monday blues, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like Brandon's got him too. He's wearing blue.
I am. Today took forever. I wanted to leave work so bad. It was so long.
See? It's not just me.
Yeah. Well, what are we
What are you
talking about
guys-
today?
Talking about a whole lot of shit. Yeah, this is not kid friendly anymore. We're over that.
I
What have you
mean,
guys been up to this week?
Who wants
In
to start?
general, in life, and flesh and blood, whatever.
this week is so last week, if that's probably what you meant.
Yeah, like this week.
Yeah.
Tuesday to Tuesday, Monday to Monday, whatever.
There we go. Yeah. Not a whole lot. I mean, just little flesh and blood here and there. Little bit of working. The 7 to 4. Hit some skirmishes up.
How'd those go?
They're
Because me and
cool.
Brandon didn't go to any.
Nope.
Yeah. The SVG was cool. There's like 16 people. Went 2-2 in Swiss with Katsu. Could have went Ranger, but I just didn't have enough pumps where I felt comfortable. But I had like 19 arrows. But anyway, went 2-2, squeezed in at number 8, and then went 3-0 after the draft in top 8 and won Sun Valley's skirmish again with Katsu. That was a lot of fun. Katsu seems pretty strong, I'd say. Just Kodachi locking people and blocking efficiently and stuff like that. So it was a good time. I actually had to play Alex, who I think had a better deck. Round 1 of top 8, and he was also on Katsu. There's 8 people in the pod, right? Me and Alex were Katsu. Jamie originally was like a ranger or something like that, and then pivoted to Benji late game because like I picked 3 generic cards and then saw a red ninja card and was like, yo, and I passed a shakedown to my left, so I was like, yeah, there's gonna be assassins over there, or at least one of them. And I was like, okay, it doesn't seem like people are going ninja, so I'll go ninja. So me and Alex the whole time I think we're picking like pretty good ninja cards, and then 1 Riptide and 4 Forced Assassin. Or no, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 4 Forced Assassins.
God damn.
So there was
Yeah.
only one Ranger?
Yeah, Riptide.
Damn. And he didn't win. Which means
No.
he didn't have like a lot of good cards.
There was tons of Ranger gas in there. The Forced Assassins were probably just like, yo, I'm committed. Me and Alex had gas ninja decks, so we weren't gonna pivot. And I think Jamie probably didn't, because it wasn't till Pack 2 that we started seeing all the Ranger gas, and Jamie probably pivoted before Pack 1 was over.
Interesting.
Once you pivot, I mean it's hard to, pivot back. I don't know what he pulled originally, but
Ouch.
yeah, lots of fun. Good time, and then we went to the Blitz one up at Meeples. And we both played Kano, and we met in the finals, made a deal, and played for fun.
What was the deal?
He got the Azalea, because I already got one. I got the XP, and then we just played.
Jonah.
And who won the game for fun?
He won. He won. If I had
Damn.
two resources, I had 2 yellows to pitch instead of 2 blues. I actually had lethal, but
Oh.
Damn.
unlucky.
You guys were both on Kano?
Yeah.
Whoa! Shocker! Kano and Blitz! Whoa!
Hey,
Big
dude.
fucking meta shift there, buckos! Whoa!
If you
Kano
can't beat
abusers, shocker.
and Mike DeBoard. I hope he watches this because it's funny. He's the one who said it to me. He built his Bravo to beat Kano and lost. His only 2 losses were the 2 Kanos
Still got shit on, eh?
Yeah.
faced.
Huh?
Yeah, it was a good time.
Not lucky, champ.
Yeah, yeah.
Lucky. Awesome. Well, congrats on your wins, man.
Thanks, bud.
Awesome. What about you, Brandon? What you been up to?
Work. Then Friday, me and you went to Silver Dragon. That was fun. Went 2-1 on CC Arachne.
We played Blitz at Silver Dragon.
Yep, we did. Yes, we
He's talking
did.
about Orc Slayer.
Well, I also went 2-1 in that Blitz with solid regular Arachne, Huntsman, and then CC I went 2-1 at where was that? Yeah, Orc Slayer. I lost to Ranger both times. Other than that, I had to help my girlfriend pack all Saturday, so that was a lot of fun. Not really. And yeah, now I'm back to fucking Monday. Gross. But at least
Jacob's
I'm here with
standing
you
now.
guys. Yeah, he is
Good old
standing.
Monday Blues. Yeah, I am standing.
What if I stand too?
You can. I mean, I have a standing desk, so I could sit. What if I sit? What if I choose to sit right now?
You could try.
Yeah, I am standing though. I'm trying to stand more when I'm at the desk, because it's good to have your blood flowing throughout your body,
Yeah.
especially because I've been sitting down a lot lately today, so I wanted to stand. But
Well,
cool.
What about you?
This week, so a lot of school, a lot of work, and then on my off time, I've actually been playing a lot of Overwatch. And then also, Jonah, I satisfied my itch for zombies.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's on PlayStation. I re-upped my PlayStation thing for $10 a month, and they have Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on there that has like all the zombie maps included in your membership.
Oh.
So that's what I did, and I've been
Nice.
playing some zombies lately. I don't know why, I just had the itch. It's kind of lonely and scary though, playing by myself.
Is it cross-platform?
I don't know. Maybe.
I would imagine because I still have a lot of the Black Ops stuff just on like.
Yeah,
Battle.net or
if you
whatever.
have Black Ops 3, we should try it, but I don't know. But yeah, and then yeah, I only go to the one armory a week, so I played Data Doll and Blitz.
Yeah.
Just had some fun. Played a meme. Didn't even take it too seriously because I didn't really want to play Blitz, but it is what it is because of skirmish season.
How'd it go?
I went 2-2. She's fun, but like 3-card hands against Fi is a little tough, especially when you draw all your items and you go, yeah, no block.
Oh, we played 4 games.
Yeah, we played 4 games.
Oh, then Ryan, I went 3-1.
And what's it called? Also, speaking of Data Doll, shout out to whoever won the skirmish with Data Doll this weekend. Two
Yeah, that was
living legend points to Data Doll this weekend. That's awesome.
Based.
That is actually really impressive. So, congrats to them. I should know your name, but I don't, so I apologize. And then I've been practicing more on Lexi, and then I've actually just yesterday started practicing on Yuzuri as well for CC, just to kind of see how that deck functions and what it's all about.
She's a lot of fun.
She is a lot of fun because it's a lot of mind games. Like I've had a lot of times where people just like block sticks on my 3 power or 1 power stealth card, and I just go, okay, thanks for the 2 cards,
Yeah.
and then I just pass. But it also like she has like guardians. I think are really tough for assassin in general because I've played like 4 guardians yesterday and I just got fatigued every single time, whether it was Bravo or Oldhim.
Did you have like the scale peeler and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah. I just couldn't get enough value, and they are totally fine blocking with 2 cards and then swinging the hammer for 6, right? So
Yeah.
Mm.
whereas the assassin weapon is 2 for 1, so it's really undervalued. Like not a we they trade us on value, I think, with weapons.
Yeah.
Cause it got to the point where I had like 10 cards left in my deck, and my opponent had like 25 left, and I said, yeah, there's no way I'm winning this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough. But yeah, I think that's about it. Just been doing that. I think I'm gonna practice her a little more. But yeah, I'm still having a lot of fun with Lexi too. So
Lexi's cool.
yeah,
You see that new list that came out?
I have
Or
not.
well, at least I don't know how new it is, but Ryan was playing it last night and today. It's like it runs all the codexes, I think. Um, and then it runs Trench also.
No, I'll have to take a look at that.
It just kicked my ass earlier on Talishar, and then I played one game into Ryan with the Zuri, and didn't see any of my like arsenal threats early,
Yeah,
and he got a lot of momentum and kept it up. So
I played against an Azalea with like I don't think all the books, but they had Frailty and Blood Rot Codex. And
Monster.
they played double Codex of Blood Rot on me and gave me 2 Black Rot tokens, and then shot me with a Dominated Infecting Arrow, and I said, oh, this is fun.
yeah, dude, Ranger's kind of nuts right
I
now.
said, okay, cool. Guess I'm taking, blocking 3 and taking however much, this arrow's for, and then taking 6. Because I'm not, I don't have fucking resources to pay for that shit.
Mhm.
But yeah. Alright, anything
Well-
else before we move on?
No.
Well, let's get the show rolling.
I will say I pulled up the
Yeah.
gold standard.
Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and jump in, and I think this article. So first off, LSS is announcing Collectors Week. So let me find the dates where it says. Actually, it does not say. I think it's just this week though, so like from the 10th to the 16th or something. So they're coming out with a bunch of articles throughout the week that are to celebrate collectors of flesh and blood. And the first one they came out with is called the Gold Standard, and this is actually, in my opinion, really important for collectors, especially of the gold foil, because it tells you the drop rates and how much are in circulation of all the gold foils.
Yeah.
So in my mind, the gold foils, especially some of them, such as like I don't want to say like, I guess like some of the lesser equipment, but like things like Vexing Quill Hand or something like that are like really cheap, or used to be. I haven't checked the prices lately, but now that we have the statistics of how much are actually out there and we have the exact number of how much they're making, is really awesome in my opinion.
Like
I
for-
agree.
like
There's
for-
Go ahead.
ahead.
B.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like for example, the skull cap. There's already 32 in circulation, and they still have 8 left.
Yeah. So your chances of like when you open the black envelope, your chances of pulling skullcap are really low, right?
Yeah.
So this is another way to where if you get that black envelope, you can go on here and you can look at the percentage. I don't know how often they're gonna update this.
Probably not
well-
super often.
Yeah, but like you can go on here and look at this and be like, oh, I have a almost 6% chance to open gold foil flick knives. I think that's worth, because for me, I want that, right? I think it's worth opening. That's a pretty high percentage.
And we're
Yeah.
all gamblers.
Right. Whereas if you want something like Skullcap, for example, because there's already 32 of them in circulation, you only have a 1.13% chance to open it. You probably don't want to open it. You probably want to sell that for the sealed price and then put that money towards a gold foil Skullcap.
Yeah.
So this is a really nice article. I really, really like that they did this, just because it does show how rare these are. It shows like, how many are actually in circulation. So like, for example, Crown of Dominia, there's only 1 in circulation, which means you have a pretty good chance to open it. But it also means there's only 1 out there at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
No,
look at-
I'm a big fan of the article too. A lot of the gold foils were like really undervalued beforehand, and I already saw like one or two posts of people updating their prices on all their like gold foil stuff that they were selling because this article came out. Like there's literally only 40 pieces of each legendary piece of equipment, which is kind of bonkers, you know, when you think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. So like, if you have a gold foil legendary, you are literally one of 40 people that will ever have that card.
Hmm.
And even for Majestics, every Majestic, there's only 60 of them made. For example, Metacarpus nodes, there's only 21 of them in circulation,
Hmm.
which is crazy. And then for the commons, there's 100 of those that get made, which is not even a lot. So I think if anything, the common prices are gonna see a big increase from this.
Yeah.
Basically, if you have a Critter Fist right now, you're up astronomically, guys. There's only 16 in circulation.
Yeah. Like, I know one of the gold foils I was eyeballing was Achilles Accelerator because I like Dash. I play Dash, and that thing started at like 700, and then as time went on, it got as low as like $400. And I was like, wow, that's like pretty cheap in my eyes for a gold foil, of especially a common piece of equipment that, like, if you play Dash, you're gonna use that no matter what, right?
Yeah.
And so now that we know there's only 100 of them, I think the price of that will probably go back up to what it was originally at, because now there's only 100. You're going to be one of 100 people to own one.
Yeah.
And I just think people undervalued them a lot when they first came out. And like I said, I think this article does everything that it needs to do, helps collectors understand how actually rare these pieces of equipment are and how to value them.
I just don't understand why Bone Vizier is a gold foil. I'm just throwing that out there. That is questionable.
Well, I think their goal is to eventually have every equipment gold foil. So,
Yeah. I'd
Yeah,
cry.
and it's tight.
I would cry.
eh, I mean, I mean, it's not a big deal. Having a gold foil of anything is cool in my opinion. Obviously, some are gonna be, more sought after, but
Yeah.
think about it. Like, who wants a bone vizier?
Me.
Not me.
Not a lot of people, right? So therefore, there's probably not going to be a lot on the market, which means you could probably manipulate the price in some way to list it as, oh, I have one of the 5 listed on Facebook Marketplace, on eBay, on whatever,
Yeah.
So I think it's fine.
It's good.
Yeah, cool. I can't wait to see what other articles to come out with for this week. I think at the end of the week we're getting a print run update. So publication of additional print run data for a number of sets, which is also gonna probably affect the market in some way.
Yeah, actually, me and Alex were just talking about that the other day. That it's kind of nice that we're all already in Flesh and Blood because new players getting in, getting some of the older cards. It's probably not as fun as the time we had where we were just buying product at retail and opening it. Yeah.
That's why, like, I'm so thankful that, like, I started playing Dash when I did, and I have most of her, like, specializations in the Majestics, like, rainbow foiled, because there's no way in hell I'm paying like $40 for a rainbow foil high octane or whatever the price is.
Yeah, the prices on Arc are nuts too.
Yeah, and so I think the print run might help with those prices go down, but I suspect they will probably make them go up if anything.
Yeah.
Just kind of depends on the number they give us. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Obviously, there's history packs for people to buy as well, but that's such a wide pool of sets that it's kind of hard to like narrow down exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Speaking of history packs, real quick, I was talking to somebody today, and they were telling me how much they love the white borders, which
Yeah.
I guess people really do like them. They're just like, yeah, I love
Yeah.
the fact that they come out in white borders and brings me back to Magic. And I was like, oh yeah, that is pretty cool. I mean, I don't vibe with it, but it's cool that there's something for everyone.
Yeah, I think I was trying to see if I have a mech card in white border on me at the moment. I don't, but I personally really enjoy the way the mechanologist cards look in white border, but just because I think they go really well with the colors on the cards, like the borders.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, but like even like this Guardian card in white border is not that bad.
Yeah, Guardians look good.
Just as Like they just match well. Like the black obviously goes with everything,
Yeah.
and the white is a little more standoutish. So it's like it's gonna be a little more of an eyesore, depending on the class of the card. But yeah, the white borders look good
Like,
sometimes.
like for example, Rouse the Ancients would look horrible in white border.
Cause
Just
is it a generic?
yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I think the generic cards, because they have that brownish outline around them, would probably look a little wonky. But I
Mhm.
haven't seen a like white border CNC, for example, in a while, so it's not coming to my mind.
Yeah.
Cool.
We
Anything else about the gold foil or print run?
Nope.
no, not for me.
All right, cool. So a couple like smaller news that we missed last week. So Commoner did get an update. I don't think any of us play Commoner.
No.
Mm-mm.
I know a lot of people on the east side do. So they have like the whole Commoner Cup out there. So they're probably pretty stoked for this. Um, so they just changed the rules. One young hero that can only be token common or rare, and then up to 11 equipment that can only be token common or rare, and then 40 cards in your deck that can only be token or common. So I think they just changed that your equipment can be like as many rare pieces as you wanted. Because I think before it was like limited to 2,
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
But I don't know. I don't play commoners, so don't hold me to that.
Rosetta Thorn, baby, it's a token. Slam
Jeez.
it.
Jeez. Sounds like Brandon's getting in there.
Room blade abuser.
Yeah. And then the other thing from last week, or sorry, we have 2 more things from last week. So
Mhm.
they updated the tournament rules and policy update. They just kind of changed some things. I think for that, for outsiders cards in general. So like, concealed blade has it worded where it's like get a dagger from your inventory.
Mhm.
So they changed. So what is known as your sideboard now is now known as inventory. So just kind of, I think it's to move forward. They'll probably have some other cards that interact with your inventory in some way, and to
Maybe.
maybe make that card a little more clear.
What if
And
like they
then,
come?
sorry, yeah,
Just a hot take. What if they have like a remembrance, but it pulls from your inventory
yeah,
instead of your
yeah.
graveyard?
They very well could. I think definitely a possible future, because I can actually see that, because if you like sideboard for like, let's say Ice Lexi, for example, and you need more blues, and then you can play that card and get more blues, right?
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
don't know which Lexi you're playing against at the
Exactly.
beginning.
Yeah. So that's a very interesting take, and I could definitely see something like that coming in the future. I don't know, obviously when, but yeah, I could see that. Grabs 3 cards from your inventory if you're choosing.
Oh, that'd be
Um,
interesting.
and then they changed what it was known as your deck is now known as card pool.
Hmm.
Uh, so I think this is just because they want, because like I think in sealed events you have to write down your entire card pool, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So I think it's to kind of align it with that, and just to keep everything the same name,
Probably.
just to make everything kind of run like smoothly as one train, instead of like, oh, register your deck list, register your card pool. So now it's all just register your card pool no matter what event you're playing, whether it's
Yeah.
splits, sealed, draft, CC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Consistency and
yeah,
being
I think it's just
specific.
a consistency thing. And I don't think there was much else.
I have the Sigil of Solace promo pulled up.
Well, yeah, sorry, I was talking about the
Oh.
tournament. Sorry, I was talking about the
Commoner.
article real fast. No, the tournament rules and policy. Oh, so game layout.
Oh.
So they have made it to where, uh, unless you get it cleared by a judge first, you have to use their layout, where it's deck, banish zone, discard, equipment, hero, weapon.
Thank God.
So, but I don't really think that was much of an issue because I think most players that play kind of like that Magic playstyle where the deck turns sideways, their banish zone to the fucking left, their discard under the fucking table, all this fucking bullshit, already got it cleared with the judge at big events, right?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but they are basically asking people to, unless it's like really necessary, to just use their layout. So that way, I think, and I like this idea because when you watch a stream of Flesh and Blood, you want consistency, especially for newer players.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because like you don't want to go in between rounds and then all of a sudden, you know, someone goes from playing the you know with the layout, and then next round, same exact hero, for example, all of a sudden everything's like all over the place, and you have no idea what's going on.
You think
So
they're
I think-
cheating?
I wouldn't go that far, but it's just like, what the fuck just happened? Like I'm lost. Like especially as a newer player, right?
I'll be honest. I'm the guy that, if that's now a thing, I don't want them playing like that. It just bugs me and, ugh.
Well,
If
I
they get it
don't-
cleared, sure.
I was gonna say I don't think it's like up to you any. Like I think in the past it's like if your opponent is okay with it and you ask a judge, it's fine. But now it's just up to the judges.
Yeah, you're gonna start hearing judge more often. Judge.
But yeah, and then they want deck list or card pool registrations are required at all competitive REL events, including constructed and limited. This is to ensure that tournament integrity is upheld for competitive events that have high value prizes, and that players are introduced to card pool registrations early before they attend larger competitive or professional events like Battle Hardened, Callings, or Nationals. So
I like
they're-
that too.
Yeah, so I think again, just a consistency issue. I think they're just kind of trying to make everything consistent. It's like, no, for every REL event, you need a deck list or a card pool registration, as they're now calling it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely a couple of right steps forward. Let's see.
They already do a really good job with that with the tournaments. How you can just upload your deck list online. I love that.
Yes. Don't think there's much else in this article unless you guys saw anything else in here. If you guys took a look, I don't know.
You pretty much nailed it, bud.
Alright, cool. And then, yeah, last piece, Sigil of Solace promo was the other piece of art that we were wanting to talk about last week, but we kind of just missed it. Do you have it pulled up?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of the art?
Jonah?
I liked it. I always like the art in Flesh and Blood. It's I don't have it pulled up, but it's the tree, right?
It is the lion cat mermaid.
Lion cat mermaid.
Blowing
Unlucky.
water out into the lake with the river boats and the Mysteria hills. Is what I get the vibe of. It totally gives me Mysteria vibes.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't. It's very pretty. Nothing like super specific about it by any means, but just
Yeah.
really good art. I mean, that's part of the reason we love the game, right?
Yeah.
So, this is, for anyone that doesn't know, this is a special promo that's being given out in Singapore Calling for a certain event, and then I think they're giving it away to some other like opening events down there, since they're just getting started in Flesh and Blood. The art is amazing. It's actually become one of my like chase cards. I really, really want one,
It's
but
cool.
I know it's gonna be super expensive. And there's also the playmat of it that I really want to, and we'll see if that's a little more within my price range.
You know,
yeah.
just for Oceania has gotten two like one of a kind promos. First the Fate for Scene, and now this. This card is
You mean Asia?
Asia Pacific Oceania, right?
A little different, but
Is Oceania just like Australia, New Zealand?
Oceania's a different region.
Oh, okay, yeah, Asia.
Welcome back to Two Pitch Floating with Brandon's geography lesson.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, they
is this
got
gonna become a weekly segment?
they just got some gas.
I see. That's what I kind of want to touch on as well. Um, so yes, you're right. So China got the, I think it's China got the Fate Foreseen, and now Singapore, which is what, Japan,
Singapore's like
or I'm
right
not sure.
outside of China, right?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I'd have to Google it. Not bad. I'm bad at geography.
I'm
But
on it.
and Singapore's getting the sigil, and then if you guys remember, Europe with their history packs got the Marvels.
Yeah, what about
Mhm.
us?
So what? I just want to get your guys'
Holy
thoughts
shiza.
on on region specific promos that are really sought after, and when is America gonna get some?
Um, probably, probably never. I
Yeah, I
don't.
don't know. We get a lot of events, so maybe that's like how they make up for it with like, hey, sorry we don't have all these events in your area, but like here's some cool promos.
Yeah,
Fair.
I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. I don't think they will, but maybe they could
You know,
start selling us some statues. That would be sick.
I mean, I also wouldn't be surprised if they eventually did give us one, but you know, like I think they explained the marbles was like, yo, hey, like wasn't that part of like the apology for messing up the
Yeah,
translation?
it was, yeah, it's because the translations on some things got messed up. So as an apology, they put Marvel Heroes in there, and then the Chinese Fate Foreseen was for them getting started into the game, I think, and then same with this Sigil of Solace promo.
Hmm.
Um,
We're just getting started.
uh,
That
well,
do
it's
that
not.
the Clearing Bellow one too that I sent you guys the other day. It was like Marvel Brute Mentor, the Chief, and
Yeah.
Clearing
Oh yeah,
Bellows promo.
that's like unreleased, right?
The release date says like 2020 or 20 or no, not 2020, but like 2021 I think or 2022.
When the classic battles thing came out. I don't
Yeah.
ever recall seeing that though.
No, I don't know if they got released to the US. Like it may have just been Asia.
Yeah, I mean, same with like there's actually, I don't know if you guys ever seen this, but there's a Ghostly Visit promo
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
that has like never been released in an armory kit or anything, and it just kind of appeared out of thin air like a ghost.
Ooh.
Oh.
And they're actually really hard to find as well.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
Yeah, that's interesting.
yeah, so there's a lot of like promos that kind of just pop up.
Maybe they leave it to our imagination.
Like maybe push forward could end up being a promo or something. Who knows?
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about that.
uh, I don't either.
Yeah. Speaking of like collectability and like interesting cards, so James White recently did an interview with Pitch Perfect podcast, which
Yeah.
is a female-driven podcast that is all about supporting women in the gaming community, which is awesome. So they interviewed James White, and James White had some interesting things to say, and specifically about that at Baltimore, we do get the rest of the Premier Play announcement for the rest of the year.
Yeah, buddy.
So that I am actually really looking forward to.
Oh.
Hopefully, we get some West Coast love. Shout out to the guy in the comments from last week. West Coast might get some love. If not, turns out you're right.
We're a cesspool.
Yeah.
Turns out you're right.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah, honestly, funny enough, like I would love for nationals to be in Las Vegas, but like I would actually not be surprised if they were like, nope, like we've done nationals in the US, like we're gonna do it in a different country. But it makes the most sense for them to do it in the US. So
Yeah, I wouldn't even. I just want more events on this side. Like, I would love like a calling in Washington or something, for example.
yeah, that would be tight.
Right? Like, one, I've never been to Washington despite living on this side of the country my whole life. But two, it would be cool to go out there for like a week, visit everything, and because my other hobby that I really enjoy is in Washington as well, and then like play a Flesh and Blood event, right?
Hmm.
but like that would be cool. Or like even in just anywhere else over here would be
Yeah.
awesome. So hopefully LSS does this right and at least gives us 1 or 2 more events for this year that are on this side, so that way we don't have to shell out a bunch of money to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that would be
I-
awesome.
I heard Arizona's sick too.
Yeah, I heard Arizona is sick, even though it's pretty fucking hot here at the moment.
Yeah,
Little
that's
toasty,
true.
little toasty.
Little side note, like, dude, it was literally like 77 degrees like 2 days ago, and now it's 106.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
unlucky.
I fucking hate it here.
It's not that bad.
There's
Like,
no
dude,
pools.
No, dude, last night I was dying because we haven't turned on our AC in forever. And so I didn't even think about it, but it was so fucking hot last night
Yeah.
that I turned that AC on, cranked that shit down a lot, bro. I was fucking dying last night.
Mhm.
That was so bad.
Yeah, I slept right by the fan. I was like,
Yeah, it's so fucking hot, dude. Like, it's not even gradual. It's not like, oh yeah, 77, 85, 92, and then 100. It just goes 77, 106.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time.
Like, hello?
Unlucky.
Hello? Please.
Real quick, before we get scorched by the sun, one of the cooler announcements, which is probably an issue for myself, but he also did announce that this is the 10th set coming out, and it's going to be very collectible and have lots of cool stuff in it.
Yeah, so in that same podcast, yeah, alright, we'll get back on track because Brandon's over it. He said no more sidetracking. So
Well-
in that, he did say this is the 10th booster set, and that they're going to do something special for collectors, and what do you guys think that means? Like, is it...
For Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, for Dust Till Dawn, there's
Okay.
going to be something very special in the set for collectors. They're going to love it. He said it's going to be awesome. So do you think that means, like, more Marvels, different Marvels, or, like, is it going to be completely something new that we've never seen?
I'm starting to wonder if he's talking about collectability, like maybe it's buy a case, get like something special, but I don't know.
Like a buy a box promo.
Mm-hmm. But like super
No.
cool. I hope not,
I-
but
It could be. It very well could be, but I definitely think it'll be something in the box. I think Jacob's on the right track. I think it'll be Marvel related. Because like the Marvels are so pretty. Like everyone loves the Marvels. Doesn't matter which one you get. Every Marvel you pull it and you're like, man, I don't even care if this is $10. This is pretty as fuck.
Yeah, like
True.
I have a Invoke Asfalai that I pulled, and I was so stoked, and I just still have it.
Yeah, you don't want to get rid of it. I have like one
Yeah.
Necria. I don't play Dromai, and I'm not putting all these Marvels in a deck. I just have one, and it's so dope, you know. So
Yeah.
I think it'll be Marvel, around Marvels, and I doubt it's like a reprint of a card or anything like that. But maybe the new heroes come in Marvel or something like that. Maybe.
Brandon, please do not step into camera view.
No, I'm not. I'm putting on shorts.
Dude, one time Brandon did something real bad on stream.
Hold on, I'm gonna watch. That's a story for another time. It's a story for another time.
Yeah, true.
So, so you think it's gonna be like Marvel related?
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I think as well, because they've kind of like since Uprising was the first set to introduce Marvels other than history packs out in Europe, and they were pretty common. And then Outsiders, they kind of toned them down a bit to where now they are like probably the most rare card out of Outsiders, right?
Mhm.
So I think it very well could be like we went from like 20 plus Marvels to 3 Marvels to now maybe it's gonna only be 1 Marvel,
Yeah.
and maybe like it could be a Fabled, like you get a Fabled, a Cold Foil Fabled, Rainbow Foil Fabled, and then maybe a Marvel Fabled,
Mhm.
Ooh. That
That would be really cool, actually, a Marvel. Fable.
or because you're getting Chain and Prism back,
They're both
maybe have
Marvel.
a super low chance like they did with the Emperor to get a Marvel Prism or new Marvel Chain.
That
Yeah.
seems very likely.
Kind of like the
So-
Marvel Emperor and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I hope they give
But
us that
maybe-
Marvel dragon, dude. That 3-headed dragon.
Side note, that's actually not a dragon, it's a Hydra. We're just retarded.
Yeah.
I mean, Hydra Dragon. Come on.
Yeah, Brandon's like same.
I was listening to all my other like Flesh and Blood podcasts that I listen to throughout the week, and they all were talking about like the art as well. And every single one of them called it a Hydra. I said, "Huh, we're just that stupid we didn't recognize that it was a Hydra."
We
It
said
just,
three-headed dragon.
yeah, it gave me Ghidorah vibes.
Yeah.
That's
Fucking
funny.
want that dragon.
No, but yeah. So concerning the set, um, do either of you think that Bolton or, given the meta is so open, right? Bolton or Leviah will be on the map after this set comes out. Like they're gonna get support. If they don't get
Yeah,
support, like
I
WTF.
hope so, because there's people, in California, for example, like the last two times we've gone, there's people there that only play Bolton. Or, there was a Leviah player there actually last time.
I think.
So
Go
I
ahead.
think for sure they're gonna get support, and I think they're gonna maybe do the same treatment that they've given Azalea, for example.
Nailed it.
So I definitely think they are, whether it's a new Majestic or a new offhand for certain characters, like a Brute offhand or a Warrior offhand, whatever it is, I think in some way they will get power crept to be viable without being a total meme.
Yeah. And
Right?
do you guys think that there will also be like base illusionist and base root cards in the set, or
Yeah.
is it okay?
I would assume so. Um, so here's a side note real fast. So like, do you think New Prism is gonna have a lot to do with Ward?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in Dynasty and in Uprising, we got a good amount of cards that have the Ward keyword on
And
it.
they're Majestics.
Yeah, so like Tome of Ao, for example, Ward 1, if you take damage, destroy this. If not, at the start of your turn, draw a card.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's like, instead of her making Spectral Shields, do you think she'll do with Ward?
And her kimono.
I think it's just a new thing that like a lot of her cards may have. Like like maybe they're getting rid of all the Spectra. Like they're gonna leave
Yeah.
the cards that have Spectra on them, obviously, but
Yeah, I was gonna say they can't errata all of those like Genesis and whatnot.
yeah, just moving forward though, like, hey, you got your really cool cards that it's tough for people to deal with, but all these new cards you get are gonna have Ward.
Ward, yeah. Yeah,
I
I agree.
I do think the ward's gonna play hand in hand with the spectral shields though. Like you, instead of taking damage, you're gonna destroy spectral shields, and the wards won't get warded, and that's gonna be how like she keeps her ward up, for her cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're saying the normal interaction with Spectral Shield, and then that just stops them from destroying the wards.
Yep.
Because there's cards like one of them was like draw a card. It's a ward
Tome of
one.
Ao.
Yeah, Tomabeo, exactly. And
Don't
and
ask
that
me why I know that.
yeah, that was good. That was that was pretty good. And that, I think it goes really well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the gist of it, honestly. On the new Prism coming out, her hero ability, I have no idea. Like, it could be anything, but
My one hope for this set is that they aren't as powerful as they were when they came out originally, and that people will still enjoy playing them, but they won't take over the meta like they did when they were released.
That's a very valid point.
That's personally my opinion. Like, I don't want another Prism to Living Legend before, you know, regular Bolton, for example, or whoever. Like, I don't want Chain to Living Legend again before someone else does.
yeah,
Imagine Chain Living Legends again before Briar does.
that'd be hilarious.
'Cause
Also,
everyone, just because everyone has Briar and they go, I don't want to play with you anymore. And everyone
yeah,
just plays Chain.
yeah, no, literally, that's what would happen. And whatever the Shadow Runeblade is, I'm pretty sure they get seeds back.
Oh yeah, because chain's gone.
Yeah. So new Chain can use seeds, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think they've made that interaction though not as broken to where you can just probably play 9 chains and play them all on one turn or whatever, right?
Yeah, right. Like you may just run the reds or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't even remember which one of them was good, but
I think red. Pretty sure red. God, that was so long ago. Back in the past. Back in the good old. Back in the golden days. Used to play fucking 9 Seeds of Agony and then a Riftbind for fucking 20 go again.
That was stupid.
silly. The chain days.
Yeah. I don't play my Flock of the Featherwalkers, making a Quicken token.
Creepers.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And I think that's all the kind of news I had. Did you guys have anything else?
I had a challenge for you guys. I wanted to
Sure.
call you out on the video. We were talking about possibly getting tattoos of Flesh and Blood cards, and my challenge is, by next video, I would like for you guys to have 3 card arts and or art from the game to choose from for tattoo ideas.
So
3.
3.
I probably would not get a big tattoo like that.
That's fine.
I was thinking more of just like a little symbol.
Perfect. But if you had to get 3.
Sure. So okay.
Yeah.
So before we end, I want to say something real fast that I had an idea about. So next week is our 10th episode. That's double digits.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do next week. Obviously, if there's Flesh and Blood news, I want to talk about that. But I want to do something special and like celebrate us as individuals and as a team that we've actually committed this far and done this far for 10 episodes, and plus all of our other side videos like the deck techs and everything else. So
Yeah.
I want to I had an idea. It's funny that you said bring up art that you want to get tattooed. I had an idea of like pick your favorite card art from each set,
I kind of like that better.
and then we can all kind of just like look over and like talk about why we love this game so much and blah 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 blah. Basically,
Favorite
like
card?
a celebrate. Huh?
Favorite card, just the art, like not necessarily what the text does or what the
Well,
card does.
I haven't like finalized my thought, but like I was thinking your favorite art from the set and your favorite like mechanical card from the set maybe, or like your favorite flavor text from the set. I don't know.
What if we really make it a challenge?
Uh-oh, he's
'Cause
dying.
Then it really narrows it down.
Say that one more time for me.
I said, just make it a real challenge and the best of both worlds. So you have to find mechanically. So you get all your favorite mechanical cards of that set, like how they function in the game, and then you pick the best art out of that, right? Make it a little bit harder.
But yeah, that could work. I mean, we can always talk about it after too, like the details.
Indeed.
But I just, I'm excited. Next week is our 10th episode, first double digits, babies.
Is that 10 weeks?
It's actually been longer than 10 weeks. Because
11 weeks.
We have taken like 1 or 2 weeks off from the podcast.
It was just the 1 week where we recorded one video and broke it up into 2, right?
Oh yeah, maybe.
So 11 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, 11 weeks, Rick and Morty.
Yeah. So
also,
I'm excited.
Update on the seeds. I looked it up. So red just let you play your next cost 2 or less, and blue was cost 0 or less. So,
Most things cost 0.
yeah. I mean most things, but I mean there's some that cost 2. So
Wait,
I don't
did
know.
it give it go again?
Rights.
No, it didn't give it go again.
What did it do? It gave your thing arcane damage?
Yeah, it gives it deal 1 arcane to target hero. Target hero.
And the red was
But
3 arcane? No, they were all 1 arcane?
Yeah, they're all 1 arcane. It's just the cost of the card.
Oh,
Jacob's
did the
gone.
stream just die?
No.
Oh,
You just
no,
died.
We're dying.
Oh, well,
Oh,
can you still hear my audio? Oh,
He's
hello.
back. I'm in the middle now. Woohoo!
Properties.
Well,
There
are
he
we
is.
still recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's probably time to wrap it up then. Anyways.
Yeah.
Any other final thoughts, gentlemen?
It's
Two
hot.
pitch floating.
Maybe not.
10 more years with Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Rift bind for
Yeah.
20.
Yep. Make sure to tune in next week for our 10th episode. I think we'll try and do something special for it. And before we go, Brandon, where can they find you on social media?
At 2 pitch floating.
Sure. And Jonah, where can they find you on social media?
At someone richer. Like, comment, subscribe. Send me a DM.
Send them a DM.
Send me
You
a
can
DM.
find me on 2 pitch floating on Twitter.
Huh? On Twitter?
You know what's funny? Brandon doesn't know that his Twitter is actually at the end of the outro that will play. So you can follow him on Twitter.
I don't even use that Twitter. Don't follow me.
He has
follow
a
2 pitch.
Twitter. You know, he has a Twitter. It's on there.
That's if Brandon puts the outro in this time because he didn't last week.
Yes, I did.
Smile. Don't make me look it up in the middle of the recording to prove you wrong.
All right, we're going to be ending this stream, guys.
Alright. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Also, leave some comments, some questions, whatever for next week. We'll answer them if you leave some comments. Shout out to the guy from last week that said West Coast is a cesspool. Leave another comment. I'd love to post it on Twitter. Thanks.